Hello and welcome to Crypto Invest TV. I'm your host, X8, and I'll be joined by the Underdoge. Let's get into it. As we all know, today we finally broke 40K. I think that has a lot of people excited. Uh, in the crypto space. Actually, not seeing nearly as much movement as I thought as much as I thought we would. Considering that we finally broke that 40K mark. That we haven't seen that for a good minute. So I mean, that's just I, I'm surprised there wasn't as much movement as as there was.
Yeah, I mean, when you take a look at the charts, it's quite a bit of movement there, though. I mean, I haven't seen this kind of movement in a couple days. It's pretty good. Happy to see this. I was starting to lose a little bit of faith there for a second. Like, I don't think we're gonna see, past 38, like we were talking on the last one. It seemed like 38 was pretty much its roof. That seemed to be where it wanted to always peak out and stop at and bounce back down. So it's good to see it back in the 40s. It puts a little more faith. I mean, right now it's showing on my chart 39.8, but that's Weeble. Um, so they it's good to see it in the 40s though. That shows me that it's going to be up in the 50s here within the next couple of weeks. I'm assuming. I don't see it really coming back down too much, maybe. I don't really see it coming down past 38 much in the future. I see, upward trend. It got past that little peak of that 38, peaked out at 41. So we'll see what happens here. But, I mean, it's looking pretty good, honestly. And it's just, Monday today. So it's looking pretty good.
Look, you said that and you made it go under 40K. Look what you did.
Hey, I didn't do that. I don't control the market.
But I think it probably really depends on whether or not we're going to see what starts happening with El Salvador, right? Because we know that the IMF is wanting to, I guess have a quote unquote sit down with them, right?
Okay, yeah. I remember we were talking about that, yeah.
And so the IMF, they do a lot of funding, right? So from what I understand, they were going to be giving El Salvador uh, something like $1 billion this year in funding, and
Really?
yeah, and so you know,
Hmm.
uh, they might change suit because they might be like, oh, well, if you decide that you want to use Bitcoin as legal tender, then like we're gonna only give you like 200 million, or we're not gonna give you anything, and we're not gonna give you anything moving forward. Who knows? I mean, I think that's really crucial to to um, how things are going to be moving forward. I think it's going to end up coming down to that, mainly on whether or not other countries are going to follow suit. If things end out relatively okay with them, then we could see other countries start following suit relatively quickly. Um, you
I
know,
I feel I agree there. I feel that, there's going to be a lot of countries that are going to follow suit. Once they see that, hey, this country is really benefiting or something from turning Bitcoin into a legal tender. I feel that these other countries are going to follow suit and try to benefit from it as well. Let's look at it and say, Bitcoin 2014, the brand new gold rush, right? The Wild Wild West. Well,
Mhm.
here it is again, revamping itself in 2021 as the Wild Wild West again, the most amazing gold rush that we've ever had. It appears, because now that they're going to start turning this into legal tender, that just means that more people are going to seek holding it. You know what I'm saying? And obtaining it and holding it more, and using it more frequently, obviously. But to me, it just seems like that all these countries will see the benefits that El Salvador will gain from this, and they'll be like, "There's no way we're missing out on this opportunity." And that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, like I was saying, I think it'll just kind of depend on how they decide to go about it. Let's go ahead and move on to Ethereum. Let's go and see how they're doing today. As far as I knew, they broke out past. Someone said that they broke out. Yeah, they broke out past 2600 earlier today, about 2627 it says right here. Let's go ahead and go to the 15-minute chart. Yeah, so looks like if we were to go here to the beginning of the day, we went to a low of about 2461, and then we hit a high of 2624, sitting at 2575. So I mean, pretty decent gains today for for Ethereum. I think you know when you look at how things have been going for for crypto in general, right? We hadn't been seeing you know anything substantial, but I mean, you know, I think to see these gradual gains is kind of more important because it'll make it to where it's kind of more of a like a solid gain, right? They're sitting on about a 3% gain today. Um, for the past 24 hours. So I mean, 3%, that's not too bad. They're sitting at 4% for the week. So they've basically recovered from what was this, the 12th? Yeah, the 11th and the 12th. Uh, and there's a lot of good things that are coming out for Ethereum down the road. They're trying to fix these they're trying to fix these gas issues, and we know that they brought the gas issues down substantially. Um,
Gas is actually really freaking cheap right now. I mean, I've been actually really tempted to put a couple dollars into Ethereum and go purchase some ERC20 tokens and or even some NFTs lately because how cheap the gas is. It's just crazy. Kudos to Ethereum for making that happen because for a while there it was like breaking your wallet to even spend Ethereum.
oh yeah, and now I think what is it in like late July or something like that? They're gonna release their next project, so that's gonna be that's supposed to make things even better. And then you got the you know they're they're trying to make it better, and it's that's I think that's what is primarily important when it comes to a lot of these projects is that is there are the developers working on something to make it better, and I think that's important for a lot of these more expensive projects.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely, and that's one of the key. All right, so um, obviously Dogecoin isn't really a topic tonight, right? But let's just talk about it for a quick second. Like that's one of the key things that's so great about Dogecoin being open source. If anybody wants to go there and improve it, they can. So I feel like Dogecoin is going to be a competitor there as well in the near future because once all the advancements that developers end up fixing to choose to make and fix the network and and give it a more presentable feature, I guess is how you could put it, then it'll be a top competitor, just like like it already is, but it'll be up there in the price range. I see, and it's like we're talking about Ethereum. It's awesome that they're doing all these developments to make the network a lot faster and better, or cheaper, I should say. Not faster and better, but cheaper. Because, man, like I said, it was breaking my pockets to even want to even think about spending money on Ethereum. I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, oh man, yeah, no, I can't even do that. Just to transfer $8 from my MetaMask back over to Coinbase, they wanted like $87, and this was in the end of April. So that was pretty terrible. I haven't checked what it is recently, but I know it's not that much. It's probably like $12, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's still super advanced. It's way more advancements than what we're seeing in April. And I mean, this price, the 1 day chart here on Coinbase is phenomenal. I like it. I see there's a little bit of a downslope here at the end, from 26 to 25, but I see it going back up, and I see another breakout happening. Might even see 3,000 this week.
yeah. I mean, it just kind of really depends on, how, how things are moving forward this week. You know,
Right.
if Bitcoin can, like maintain 40,000, and Ethereum can like stay above 2,500 and 2,600 and so on. Like, it's so long as they can maintain it, then yeah, I mean that's something I think that we could definitely end up seeing. Um,
I mean, you just look at the chart and it just, it resembles nothing but an upward trend at the moment. I mean, yeah, the 1 day does, but well, I mean, even the hour, when I look at the hour, yeah, it's a downward slope, but there's still an upward trend going on at the end. So I just see possibly, if the market continues to keep kicking the way that it is today, I see possible chance of it hitting, 3,000 again.
oh yeah, I mean we could see 3,000, by Friday, right? Uh, Moving forward, let's go ahead and check out Cardano. We know that that they're a project that have been working on doing a lot of really good things. Uh, I think I was hearing something about them, going to end up having smart contracts down the road, and how they intended, with that for people, basically like what it is that you can do on say like Polkadot or on BNB, you will then be able to do on
So
Cardano as
pretty,
well.
so pretty much going there and being able to mint your own token within their network, correct?
Um, I think so. I know that they're definitely going to be doing something with NFTs. Uh,
They're
but
already doing stuff with NFTs. Actually, it's already going on with the NFTs. So that's why I was happy you even brought that up, because there's a couple of NFT artists that I actually follow that are on Cardano, that sell Cardano NFTs. And probably some of the first. If I mean, it may not be, but one of them is. I'd have to look them up. I can't remember, but they do dog NFTs, and they actually take part of their donations and donate them off to like animal shelters to help with donation. Like people who want to adopt dogs and stuff like that. So they save dogs' lives essentially. So it's kind of cool. But Cardano has really stepped up this year with that, and has brought the smart contract and NFT world to their blockchain already. So I'm really excited to see what they got in the future.
yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of these projects are really starting to pick up pace. I think a lot of these projects that kind of were not necessarily not doing anything, but were really just kind of falling into the shadows, are starting to become a lot more predominant, right?
Right.
Um, moving forward, we have XRP. I heard that yeah, it did pretty good today. It pumped up to 93 cents, but now it's sitting back at 88 cents. But I mean, it still has, its gains for the day, right? Not a fair amount, but a couple cents. Uh, I think when it comes to XRP, I think it was kind of more of like a momentum, right? Kind of more like a momentum coin, like Dogecoin. Because I remember back in April when they were saying like, just wait till wait till May when they pretty much, like when they finalize the what's going on with the SEC and all that. And when if they if they do, then it's we're all going to the moon, and just that whole thing. And it's just like it's done, gone, and past, and we're going into June now. And so
Well, I mean, did you see this crazy dip that XRP had within the past day?
you said within
Like
the
I would,
past day.
yeah, I'm on the day chart on Coinbase, and this thing dropped to 27 cents at 12:30, or yeah, okay, at approximately 5:45 a.m. this morning. It dropped all the way to 27 cents. If I'd have known that, oh man, I'd have been on KuCoin. I'd have dropped me 100 in that thing so fast because it jumped right back up to 90 cents.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't see that on here at all.
That's I'm looking here on Coinbase, man, on XRP, and on the day chart it shows a drop from at 540 it was 83 cents, and 545 it was 27 cents, and then 550 it went back to 56 cents, and then by 6 a.m. it was back up to 87 cents.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I'm seeing what you're saying here. Uh, yeah.
Maybe Coinbase is just on drugs. I don't know.
Yeah, I imagine that's probably like some kind of blip, because I imagine if it had truly like dropped all the way down to 20 cent or 27 cents and then came back up, I don't know. I just feel like I feel like we would have heard about it. Like that would have been news. Like that would have been some real crypto news that would have been all over the place today. But I think it was just
Yes and no. I mean, because how many websites actually give you access besides the only website I know I can go buy XRP on right now is KuCoin. It's the only website I know I can go buy XRP on. I can't buy it on Coinbase.
you can
I
get it on
might be able
Uphold.
on Uphold. Oh, see, yeah, you keep telling me about this Uphold, and I just haven't been on there. So it's like we're gonna get into that. It's based on state thing, and and based on legislation within the states, and which ones allow certain coins to be purchased. Like I know New York has like blocks on certain coins, and Texas where has blocks on certain coins, and where I'm from in Michigan, obviously I can't buy XRP unless I have certain apps. So like on Bittrex, I can't buy XRP on Bittrex.
Yeah, it's just like how over here in Texas I can't buy Binance on Bittrex, and
Yeah,
it's just like
exactly. You
it's so
see what I'm
annoying
saying?
because I can buy a coin like XRP, but I can't buy a coin like Binance. You
Yeah,
know,
like what is that even about? Like,
no lie, I could have very easily have gotten into Binance coin at under $100.
yeah, I'm sure a lot of us could if we would have actually, realized what kind of money we could actually really be making here, you know,
No,
and
no, no, no.
a
Like,
lot of
I mean, like, I would have been invested in Binance at like $70 if it was, if it had been legal. Like,
available.
yeah, if I'd have been able to get it in Texas with relative ease. And
Right,
since I
right,
was
right.
so new, I just didn't, I had the couple of, exchanges that I had, it didn't allow it on there. I tried to find some that did, and like I just couldn't find any, and so that was that for me. I was like, screw it. The same thing with Raven. I could have gotten into Raven, but when it was under a penny, and I was like, screw it, because I couldn't get it anywhere, because the only place that I could find to get it at the time was Binance or Bittrex, but I was having issues getting Bittrex to work. When I first started to try and use it, so I didn't get invested into that one before it spiked, and so I
Yeah,
had a
I'm look.
couple good opportunities, but
I could have got into Raven when it was real cheap too. Probably like I don't know, a couple pennies, and I just didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I really liked it too, even from the get go. I liked it, but I just never did. I actually just went and looked up XRP charts to confirm if Coinbase is on drugs, and Coinbase is on drugs, guys. So I apologize for that. XRP did not drop to 27 cents. I just want to clarify that. I don't know why Coinbase's chart um, has that. That's one thing that I'm not fond of with Coinbase is their charts are freaking misleading sometimes.
yeah, that's kind of why I stick with Binance and other charts that kind of show you more information. But going over
Yeah, I
here
just
to
pulled it up
XLM.
because I just pulled it up just because I didn't want to have too many apps open at one time. So
Right. Going over here to XLM, we see it's kind of been on a steady decline, along with.
yeah, that's unfortunate too. I really like XLM.
I mean, if
I
we go
think
to the 15-minute chart, I mean, it's not doing too terribly bad, uh, but I would say it's more sideways than anything. But I don't know. It just seems like it's really having a hard time trying to break past, that 35-cent mark again. Um, it did it here briefly, you know,
right.
and then it just went back down. And I just, you know, it's funny because we go, let's go back a bit farther, right? So we are here at like 79 cents, just like back when, Bitcoin was at 60K and all that. And, you know, you look now and you're just like, man, this is cheap.
Yeah, I mean, 34 cents is a really good time to get into XLM. I think XLM is going to be. I think XLM is really underrated, extremely underrated. It's a coin for the povertized. When you really go and look at it, and so like it's really aimed to help people who are struggling in life. And not being able to have the same access to certain banking facilities and other, types of things of that nature. I would imagine like loans and stuff like that. So it's like really geared towards people who have like low, credit and who, are just not well off in life. And so I really like that coin and the project. And I think it's really underrated. And 34 cents, I mean, I like personally don't have the extra cash flow coming in at the moment to go and invest a bunch of money. But if I had $100 extra to just go and put it somewhere, it's either going in Dogecoin or I would sit down and think about investing $100 into XLM because I see a bright future for it. It's just going to be a matter of time before it really picks up and takes off.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is with like a lot of these coins, right? A lot of these coins, is it's kind of it's just like they're all under realized at the moment. There's a lot of coins that are just they don't get the recognition that they need, but that's why you know over time that's going to end up changing as this adoption begins to take I guess a stronger hold.
Yeah, I just see a really big downward trend with a lot of, the coins. What I think is going on right now too is I think that the market is becoming a little oversaturated. Um, Not even gonna lie, I honestly do. I think that the market is becoming just slightly oversaturated with projects and with things taking off, new platforms every day, and just it's really becoming oversaturated, like I said. But that may be why some of these prices are being driven down. Obviously, because maybe some people are taking their money out of bigger projects and putting them into smaller ones. Like some of these smaller ones I got into, I've seen crazy percentages on them. So while these coins aren't doing so great, the tokens are doing pretty good. And I'm just wondering if this week we're going to see like a 360 or a 180, and see the actual coins start doing good and the tokens, kind of not struggling, but still doing good. I still want all these tokens to do good. I'm not saying I want to see them do bad, but I want to see the other side of the market do good. I want to see the actual native coins do good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to remember that we have you know we have more options than just the main coins, but I think it needs to be kind of more localized, right? It needs to be more focused on specific projects and you know actual, I guess, tasks, you would say, like things that people are trying to achieve goals to.
Yeah, like actual projects, something that serves a use case, something that's actually going to benefit the world or something, or actually, a specific guild of people if you must, or a specific market of people or of businesses or, whatever the nature may be. But I just feel that there's a lot of unnecessary stuff being, happening too. So it's causing a lot of FUD. A lot of people don't want to invest. Um,
Yeah, there's been a lot of FUD going on. I
Too
mean, it's
much.
just like it just seems like it was just really and honestly it was beginning to seem like it was just bad news after bad news after bad, like every single day, right? Just bad news, more bad news, more bad news. You're just like, seriously? Can we chill out on this? Like just a
Yeah,
little bit?
exactly. Like with the Elon stuff, it's like, whoa, bro. Like, can you just like lay off Twitter for a day, dude? Like, why are you guys all up on Twitter, and causing all this chaos everywhere?
Yeah, I mean, it's
It's
I
been a
just
it's been a wild, bumpy month,
yeah, most certainly. Wild
and the
and
month
bumpy
isn't even
month.
over, man. The month isn't even over.
No, I mean we're not even halfway into the month technically.
No, we're still in. Yeah, I mean, it's about halfway. So I mean, like, but the crazy thing is though is that the past 30 days, man, like just from all right, let's go from Doge Day. You know, like when Twitter was going nuts over Dogecoin all April, right? And then all of a sudden, you know, like now, right at the end of April, all this crazy stuff happens. Or May, you know, like let's talk about May, my bad. Where like Dogecoin was going through that phase where Twitter was going crazy in April. Then in May it was still like kind of still going crazy. Everybody was praying that it was gonna hit, you know, them all time highs again. And then like at the end of the month all this FUD and chaos comes out and then like just completely pooped all over the market, and everybody's profits went from sitting in Lambos to sitting in Ford Focuses, you know, and so the thing is that it's just been a wild month. It's hard to predict what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The past 30 days have been so up and down and sideways that you can't say, hey, Bitcoin's going to be at 61,000 next week, and it like be a for sure confirmation that it's going to be at 61,000 next week, just because it's so unpredictable right now because of how many projects are being built for one, how many new investors are getting in, and how many old investors are getting out. So it's just kind of you gotta like add all that stuff in together, and with the roller coaster ride that we've been on, it's just been wild, man. It's been wild to watch. It's been crazy to be a part of, and I'm actually most certainly happy that I'm witnessing this in my lifetime.
Yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and we'll move on to the next subject about Bitcoin potentially hitting 100K before the end of the year. So there's a lot of people out there that like a lot of influential people that have been coming out and just flip flopping, I guess you would say, to a degree. But now they're back to saying that they think that it'll be back to 100K. They think that or not back to 100K, but that it'll go to 100K before the end of the year. There are some people out there that they say they think that before the decade's end, that Bitcoin could be at 10 million per coin. I was like, I think you guys are dreaming there a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll go buy a Bitcoin if he's gonna pay me 10 million for it. I mean, crap. I will take a bank loan out to get 41,000 to get 10 million, and I will gladly pay the bank 80,000 for lending me the 40. You know, like if that's the case, if he wants to pay me $10 million for a Bitcoin, then come on with it. You know, but at the end of the that's kind of hard to call. You know, $10 million by 2031. That's so hard to call anything on that price. In 10 years from now, 10 years ago, you might have been able to call a price on something. 10 years from now, no, you can't. There's no way. Technology's moving way too fast. As soon as the new technology is made, the new technology is out. So the new technology that was just made is cool. You know, so it's like things are serious. Things are moving too fast. Our future is moving way too fast. So to try, I'm not saying he's wrong and let him have his opinion. That's cool. But when you want to be realistic about it, where we're sitting in 2021 to where we will be in 2031, there's no predicting how far we're going to get or how far cryptocurrency will become, you know? Like it could possibly be worth $2 in 2031. We don't know. But the way that our future's moving, I couldn't see it being $10 million a coin in the next 10, maybe a million five, maybe. And when you really think about it, though, how many people in the world have access to $1 million? You know, to just turn around, that's just 1 million. Think about 10 million now. You know, and obviously it'd be 10 million for a good reason, and not everybody in the world needs 10 million to invest, right? But let's just say, like, how many people in the world have access to even $1 million, let alone 10? So if everybody in the world were to invest $1 million, you know, that'd be awesome. That's cool. But in 10 years, $10 million a coin, uh, it's either A little far fetched or B undervalued. And the reason why I say undervalued is because who knows where we'll be in 2031. Who knows? You know, maybe a cheeseburger will be $500,000. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know where it's going to be, especially with the technology we have in our hands with blockchain and cryptocurrency programming. We can literally make money any day we want now.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, especially with that whole like that hold token or whatever, right? You know, you're supposed to generate BNB from holding that hold token, and I mean, I think that token could end up becoming a principle, right? Like that could end up becoming like how like that ended up becoming kind of like a norm, so long as you hold like a X percentage, um, per year, then like you get, you get this much back, per
I haven't
month or
figured
something.
there were I haven't figured their reward system out yet. Okay. Hold token. I hold 12 million of their tokens at the moment, okay? But every time, and there's supposed to be the minimum of the 1 million tokens that you hold, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
only supposed to have to hold 1 million tokens, and this is for the small investor rewards pool. But every time I go on their website, it tells me that my reward claim balance is zero. Like, what am I doing wrong? Do I gotta like be on their website all the time or something? Like, I don't understand. So, like, I'm even checking it right now as I'm like trying to talk to you, and I'm about 100% sure that okay, now it's being whack. So I'm 100% sure it's going to tell me that it's zero rewards that I get to claim. And it's like, I don't understand. What's going on here? Yeah. What you tell me that I get to earn BNB every day, and then people are like, "Hey, you qualify for this." And I'm like, "Well, I don't see it." So I don't understand like if there's something that I'm missing. Um you know, maybe there's something that I'm missing. I'm not 100% sure. So I have to look into that and check it out. But yeah, you're supposed to gain BNB rewards and be able to claim them and have them dropped into your BNB wallet, supposedly. So
Yeah, I mean, I think I think it's something that we're just gonna end up having to wait to see what happens down the road. We're gonna have to wait and see how things go in the future for crypto. See if what happens with hold token becomes like some kind of norm. If you ever are able to get your rewards, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'd say I don't. Me, maybe not. I don't know. It seems like I always get the short end of the stick somewhere sometimes, and so that's cool with me. But yeah, like okay, so I'm on it. I'm on it right now, right? And it says your reward share is 0.0%. So I don't know if I'm missing something, if there's something extra I'm supposed to be doing, but yeah, I hold a decent amount, 12 million, and it's not like a lot of money or anything, but so
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Like, if I'm missing something, I'll have to get a hold of the admins through the program or the developers and ask them how, what I need to do. If I have to put liquidity in there, if that's the case, maybe I have to put liquidity in there through Pancake Swap or something of that nature, and then that's how you would generate your rewards is by adding liquidity to the pool.
Mhm.
So that might be what I'm missing out on. Who
Uh
knows?
yeah, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what it is that's going wrong. That's why I decided I'd go ahead and pull this up real fast, and we could just go over it. Um, it says right here, goes 4% goes to the reward pool, 4% to liquidity.
Yeah. No, what I'm seeing here though is like when you go to launch app, you connect your wallet, right? And so then it tells you, it says hold your reward share, buy more to increase your BNB share. Accumulating wealth was never this simple, and then it gives you an option to buy. Small investors rewards is the next one down. It says your reward share, 0.00%. Reward multiplier times one. Your minimum balance is 1 million tokens. Maximum balance is 500 million tokens. Next collection time, June 7th, 2021, 7 a.m. Reward pool was 95.97 BNB. And so, yeah, that goes on to tell you, like your max transaction amount is I think it's 1 trillion tokens. And it tells you the liquidity pool, how much is in there. Um, current 1 mil hold price. So tells you a few cool things on this website. Hold token's a really good token. I really like it. It's a sweet project. Has a very promising future. I'm just missing something in getting my rewards. So it's probably adding liquidity to the small investor rewards pool. And that's probably what I need to do. So I got to figure out how to do that. Once you do that, I'm assuming you'll get some rewards.
Maybe so. I honestly wouldn't know. Uh,
Yeah,
move.
but that's what I'm saying. Like these tokens right here are the ones that are people are investing more money into right now at the moment. I see.
Right. Well, I guess let's go ahead and move on to our next topic, AMP, and you know, we had said, could it be the next Dogecoin? I mean, it's most certainly not a meme coin. I can say that. But could it 10x? Like Dogecoin? Could it?
Uh,
I mean, it's really starting to make those leaps and bounds. I mean, they got their own Coinbase listing now, and
yeah, that was really fast too. They just came out this year, didn't they?
you
How
know,
long?
well, I mean, we're on their page. I guess let's go down to the bottom. Let's see.
Yeah, okay. So October of 2020 is when they made their launch, right? Just right before October, it shows. When you look at the all-time chart. And so if that's the case, that's really fast for getting a Coinbase listing. Uh, I'm generally okay. September 11th. It looks like is when their initial launch was. Um, and that's awesome though. You know, they're sitting at 8 cents right now, and their trading volume for 24 hours is 153 million. That's amazing. Their market cap is $3 billion. So I'm happy. I like this project. And what's crazy is I was gonna get into it like about a month and a half ago. I was gonna get into it, and I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I should have because it was under a penny at the time, and I definitely should have. I regret it now, but could it be the next Dogecoin? I don't want to say the next Dogecoin, but could it have the same trend as Dogecoin and do what Dogecoin potentially did? Yes. Yes, 100%. Do I see it going from 8 cents to 35 or even 70 cents? Yeah. Yeah. The way the 7-day chart looks, it looks like it's just going up. It's not coming down anytime soon. So I see it taking off here pretty soon. I see a bull run for this coin. That 7-day chart looks really nice.
Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and pull it up real fast. It's interesting. AMP isn't listed on Binance,
Oh,
but yeah, they're
well,
sitting. Yeah, that's what I thought.
that's funny. I got it up on Coin Market Cap right now.
Yeah, that's where I have it pulled up now. But yeah, I mean, they've really been they've really picked up speed in the past couple of months. I would definitely say that this could end up being one of those projects that could be well over $1 down the road.
Well, I mean, if you look back here, also, you know, on the 11th, we've seen it hit 8 cents. Right now, we're sitting at 8 cents still, obviously, but it hit 0.084 on the 10th, so that was awesome. And it's just really good. I mean, that climb though, that climb, from June 10th at 2:04 p.m., 5 cents up to 8 cents, you got to be pretty pretty happy to have been sitting holding amp at that moment.
Right. I know that I had bought AMP when it was at 5 cents, but I mean, I also didn't buy very much. I only bought like a couple. I think I only bought like $10 worth, just because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get a little bit. That way, I can track it, and then when I want to go and get some more, I'll be able to get to it quickly. That's just kind of how I run. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. They got listed on Coinbase, and then now that's a pretty steady climb for the for the past couple of days. Let's see, or a steady climb since yesterday, I guess I should say. It was at 555, and it's sitting at you know, 8. I'm saying just a flat 8, but I don't think. Well, right now it says it's sitting at about 7887, so it's gone
If
down a pinch.
if you look at the 1-day chart though, I mean that looks phenomenal. I'm really pleased with the way that AMP is handling itself in the market. Um, Definitely doing outperforming. This chart looks better than some of the other charts that I've seen. Tell you that.
Yeah, so it says that the max supply is, or the total supply is 99 billion. It looks like. Let's see, yeah, billion. Um, Trying to see how much it has in circulation right now because it says that where did it show it? Oh yeah, it said the max supply is 92 billion, but I don't think that wouldn't mean that not that 92 billion of it's already bought up, right?
No, you would look at the circulating
Oh yeah,
supply.
okay. No, I see. Yeah, the circulating supply it's at 42 billion actually. So about 46% it says. So,
Well, I
I always
mean,
love when I'm blind to things right in front of my face.
well, see, that's how I can tell you that AMP is a pretty good project. And it seems like they have a nice, substantial set of money behind them pushing it too. They're on Coinbase, Gemini, Uniswap, Poloniex, Bittrex, Gate.io, Sushi Swap, Bancor, Balancer, Dodo, 1 Inch Exchange, Bilaxy, Hotbit. You know, they're on so many exchanges already. Like that is to me is amazing.
Yeah, I think
But
they've really been pushing the note on trying to get themselves out there, right?
yeah, definitely. I mean, I know personally that it costs money to get listings. It's not cheap. I'll tell you that right now, 100%. To get like good listings like Coinbase or Bittrex or even like Gemini, it's probably Bittrex is probably a little bit cheaper than the rest. I would say, and that would be Bittrex Global. That would be cheaper. But getting listings on these exchanges really isn't cheap. That's for sure. So that's awesome that AMP is doing well enough to be listed on Coinbase already. I can't wait to see the future for what the future holds for AMP because it's looking like it's going to be a promising project.
Yeah, I mean I don't see how it could not end up being a promising project over time, especially with the kind of movement that they've been getting here within just such a short period of time of being launched.
Yeah, it's, I mean, not even a year. And they're already on Coinbase and, other places. And they're already past 5 cents. So, hoorah to AMP. I wish I would have got in when I was thinking about it, but I messed up.
We'll go ahead and move on to
It's
the next
FOMO.
topic about Coinbase and their Dogecoin giveaway, right? So they were between, I think it was like the 3rd and then it ends on the 10th. If you had bought or sold $100 worth of Doge on Coinbase, then you'd enter into a chance to win you know some Dogecoin, right? And so the first place got you, or the top prize was 300,000. That went to one person. 10 people would receive 30,000, and then 6,000 people would receive $100 in Doge, right?
Right.
So you'd sign in, you opt in into the sweepstakes, you make your trade, and then you watch your inbox. But here's the thing, right? So you go to opt in into the trade, and it tells you that you don't need to buy any Dogecoin in order to opt into the sweepstakes. But then it doesn't
Yeah.
actually opt you in until you make the trade. But it tells you beforehand that no purchase is necessary, right? So if you try and go all the way through it, um, it I don't think it actually ends up going all the way through. And I personally had some issues with trying to opt into it, and I was actually, I actually did the $100 trade, and I still don't know if I was actually opted into it or not because it never said anything. Like I went through the process, and then I did my $100 trade, and then like it just went back to like the main screen. And if you go back to the page again, then it just is like, hey, do you want to opt in? And I'm just like, I thought I already did that. So it's just like I don't really know, you know, uh, what's going on with that. If it was just me or if other people were having issues, I wasn't sure. But I just thought it was kind of weird, and so I just wanted to bring it up
Uh,
in the stream.
well, I opted in, and it said the same thing, but like I guess I'm in the same boat as you. I don't know if I actually got opted in because of that little niche in the literature that they put there. Oh, you don't have to make a trade. No purchase is necessary, but we're not going to opt you in unless you make the $100 purchase. And even if you do make the $100 purchase, you may not be opted in. That's how they should have worded it.
Yeah, I mean that's really how I feel about it. I opted in, I made my $100 trade, and I don't. It there just wasn't anything notifying me, so I don't know. But it's far too late for me to try and figure out what the problem was. But I just thought we would touch on that just real briefly before
you
before.
know, you know. Let's talk about Coinbase real quick, okay? So Coinbase missed the ball by a lot. So what I think they were doing with this giveaway, because they realized that they missed the ball by a lot by not putting Dogecoin on their platform before it broke out, right? So
Right.
what I think that they were doing with that giveaway was trying to draw as much attention as they could to try and get as many people as they could to spend $100, right? And I'm gonna just have to assume that if some people were on there spending 10,000, 100,000, that and even at 1,000. So let's say you spend $500 to $1,000 on Dogecoin through that trading period, right? Or you spent 10,000 or 100,000, or even freaking went balls to the wall and put a mill in, right? Or however much the max that you can purchase on Coinbase is, right? And I would have to assume that Coinbase is going to try and take care of the people who are spending thousands and millions or hundreds of thousands before they're going to take care of anybody who spends 100. And that's just how I feel that they were going to do that with this giveaway. Is just because they're trying to, bait and fish, or fish and bait and hook, however you want to say it. Bait and hook people in to getting into this Dogecoin trading thing, just like everybody else did, like Femex and a couple of other exchanges did big Dogecoin trading giveaways. And I think Coinbase was just trying to jump on that train because they realized that they missed the ball, so they were trying to give people a way to get back with some Dogecoin. Because right before Dogecoin got put on Coinbase, we seen, like, I think it was a couple $1,000,000 worth of Dogecoin transferred over to Coinbase.
Yeah. They definitely let people load up on it. That was for certain. They let people load their wallets up. But I feel like all that really happened there was just people people like loaded up their wallets just that way they could just go and sell it on Coinbase. And I'm just like, ah.
Well, and that's what I think too. I think it was like a bait and hook thing to, bait people in to spend a ton of money on Dogecoin on their platform, right? Then have them get into this giveaway, opt in, right? So they opt in, and then I would have to say that they took a certain percentage of all the people that met the qualifications of that giveaway, and that's who won that, but mostly that giveaway was to draw attention to the platform that Dogecoin was there. People will come spend tons of money on it and start trading it on their platform now. That's what I think that was.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, that's almost like blatantly obvious, right? If they truly cared about Dogecoin, they would have they would have made the listing back when it hit, when it was staying steady at like 5 cents or whatever, or when it broke out to like 25 cents, right? They could have listed it then. It's
Yeah,
just kind of
because
like one of those things. It's just like it went all the way up to 74 cents, and they still were like, "Nah, yeah, we're not going to list it." If they had listed it when it dropped down into the 50 cents range, then I think we actually could have seen Dogecoin break above $1 before the drop.
see, I just think that Coinbase has never really cared about Dogecoin ever. And they blatantly made that very clear right away. Um, but yeah, most of these people that have big money like that don't take Dogecoin serious. And had they had listed it when it was at 5 cents, um, it would have definitely been better off for Coinbase in the long run. But they can't use the excuse of saying, "Oh, it's such a cheap coin, that we didn't want to list it or something of that nature." To the
Mm-hmm.
point where, because there's a couple of coins on Coinbase that are under 10 cents still. Like Anchor is in that 10 cent range, and there's a
Amp
few others on there.
Amp
So
is they're at 8 cents right now. So I
yeah,
mean,
and that's what I'm saying. It's like there's a ton of different coins on there, and there was even at the time that they could have listed Dogecoin that were trading under 30 cents. So they wouldn't ever be able to get away with using that as an excuse ever. You know? So they just didn't have no good viable excuse. They kept saying the Rosetta API, which is bullshit. That was bullcrap. That was just an excuse to not list Dogecoin. But had they cared, they would have at least updated their news about Dogecoin. And that just told you right away that they're not really pressed about listing it or caring about it. Like when I was talking about it on Twitter a month ago or 2 months ago about Coinbase trying to list them, the news that they had listed on there was from October of 2020 or August of 2020. So it's like, yeah, that just tells you right there that they don't really care about that coin. But now I think the tables have turned, since everybody's barking about Dogecoin on Twitter and social media and in the news. And my mom called me the other day. She's like, "Oh, hey, I just wanted to tell you, I was watching TV and somebody was talking about that Dogecoin." I thought that was kind of funny, and I was like, "Yeah, that's awesome, man." She's like, "Yeah," I was like, "I'm telling you, you should get into it." She's like, "I don't know about none of that stuff." All right, well, thank God I do. I can help you. Nope, nope, nope was her answer. So we'll leave
yeah,
it at that.
I think they said like I think they said the when it comes to boomers, they're just not as involved with crypto in comparison to like millennials and Gens Y and Z.
See, if I were to sit down and show my mom how much money she could make, my mom makes really good money, dude. So if I were to able to sit down with my mother and show her how much money she could make in this, she would probably be all about it.
Yeah.
Most definitely, she's invested in stocks, so it's almost similar to the same thing. So Boomers need to just kind of wake up to the money that they can make. If they don't want to go to work anymore and they're tired of working after 50 years old, and they're sitting on $1 million, freaking hey, what are you doing? Invest in 10 coins that are going to do 100x, and bam, you're sitting gravy for the rest of life.
Right.
Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know how else to put it. That's the only viable future I see for us to be able uh to turn our monetary situations around in a faster 180 than any other.
Yeah. So, I guess before closing out the show, was there any new projects that you wanted to bring up?
Actually, yeah, there is quite a few. But I'll try to limit it. There's quite a few, but I will try to limit it. I'm gonna pull up my Trust Wallet. See which ones. I just bought into a couple new ones today, and didn't even. I don't know. I have so many in here that I just don't remember all the names. So actually, I do want to talk about this one. I do have a giveaway going for. It's called Captain Token. So it's pretty sweet, actually. Like I'm really impressed by the project. A friend of mine introduced me to it the other day. It's actually doing pretty well on the 1 day chart. It's up 2.63%, but in the week it's up 1.7%, and in a month it's kind of down a little bit. But to be honest with you, this thing is taken off. The community is actually pretty cool. I actually have something going on with my Telegram, so I'm being banned from Telegram chats all over the place. Every time I try to join them, I guess I got flagged for sharing a, uh, a a link inside of a chat room, and the way this worked was you copy the link and the quote that was with the link, and you share it, and then you get tipped in Dogecoin. And so I did, and I got tipped in Dogecoin, but somebody reported the freaking comment as spam. And so that got put on my Telegram profile as reported offenses. But anyways, long story short, Captain Token, I'm not able to go in their Telegram, but I'm trying to figure it out. Their volume in 24 hours is only $2,491, but they're
Yeah, but they're
doing,
sitting on an $11 million market cap.
yeah, dude, they're doing freaking great. That's what I'm talking about. Like, they're doing pretty freaking great. They got, what is this? Maybe like 99 quintillion or quadrillion tokens. 100. Yeah, 99 quadrillion tokens is the total supply, but these guys are awesome, man. I've talked with the creators, the developer team, and they got some pretty good things planned for the future. So if you're interested, check them out. Captain Token. They got a pretty gnarly symbol too.
Yeah, I think their ticker is CAP T.
Yeah. Yep, that's exactly what it is. I mean, they're not. It's really not that expensive either. Like, you can get a pretty decent amount for a pretty low dollar. Another one is Moonstar. I'm sure you've heard of this one.
Said
Moonstar.
Moonstar.
Yeah, man. So I heard about it a long time ago. I actually think I signed up for like an airdrop or the pre-sale. So either the airdrop never went through or the pre-sale never went through, one of the two. And the pre-sale that never went through would have been on my end, not having the Binance token to invest in the pre-sale. But
Do they
the
have a new? Do they have a new contract or something? Because this is like it doesn't show their market cap.
what
It doesn't show the.
it,
It shows their 24-hour volume, but it doesn't even show the total
go
supply.
look them. Is that Coin Market Cap?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so does it show there's 24-hour volume as 6,000?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's who I'm talking about. This is them. They're doing pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. This is exactly who I'm talking about. So I don't understand why the market cap isn't tracking or any of the other data. The chart looks really low. They're pretty down, to be honest. But in my trust wallet, they're up 39%, 31%. Sorry. They're up 31%, 31.52%. And that is in the 1 day. That's the 1 day chart. They're up 31%. And so I mean that's pretty amazing to me. They're relatively cheap. You can get a pretty nice amount for a decent coin. Um, let's see. Let's talk about another one that I have. Okay, so I don't know if you're ready for this.
I don't know. Is it profane?
No, but it's called herpes.
Oh yes, I remember you talking about that one.
All right, well, let's talk about it again because it's awesome, right? So it's just awesome. It's I know the developers and creators of it. It's just awesome, friendly environment, cool guys, cool people. You post your if you don't have it in your wallet, you can post your wallet address on statuses from folks like Church of Pumps and Sir Doge of Coin or Sir of Dogecoin. I can't remember exactly what his name 100% is, but Sir Dogecoin maybe, and Dogecoin Beggar, uh, folks like that. DJ Prestige. If you go post your wallet address for Herpes Finance on any one of their statuses that talk about herpes, they will drop you some coins. And that's kind of a cool thing about this because it kind of follows the the standard of the disease itself. It's the gift that keeps giving. And but it's also cool. It's got reflections, so that's awesome. They're doing really good things with it, though. It's money, a portion of the funds that they receive are being donated to like medical research and STD research, so that's cool. But let's talk about something else. Another one that I really like is there's this one called Super Doge. I haven't bought any yet, but it's pretty cool from what I've been checking out. They've got like a comic series and a cartoon series coming out. So that thing sounds pretty cool. I actually want to get invested in there, to be honest with you. But it's really cool. They had like a whole comic on their website. They have a whole comic book geared up to come out about Super Doge, and so that was pretty gnarly. And yeah, I got this other token. I signed up for an airdrop. I think it was. It's called Shiba BSC, and I got airdropped. A nice little chunk. And I've been tracking it for the past couple of days. It's down right now in the hour chart, but on the day chart, it's up 11%. And the 1 day chart the other day when I had received it, it was up like 56.7% or something of that nature. And it's actually worth some real nice money. It's not cheap. So project that some people could get into, looking into. Uh, I'm sitting on a nice chunk of it, and it's worth $15. So, um, who knows? Possibly see a bright future for this project. But other than that, I think that might wrap it up, man. I mean, I got, Feg token, of course. That's always a blessing in disguise. Burn one. That's one of my favorite projects on the market right now. They are up 2.01% in the day chart, or 2.62 in the day, 0.17% in the hour chart, and in the week, these guys are up 32.12%. 1 month is 179.19%. They are rocking. Burn One is rocking the house. That is one of my favorite projects. If you're not invested, do your own research and due diligence, and possibly get yourself invested, because they are rocking the market right now.
It's yeah.
I mean, that's one of my.
Their market cap is ooh. Well, the market cap was up by 104%, but now their market cap's up by only 2%.
Only 2%?
It says their fully diluted market cap is only up by 2.2%. They're down 40% in volume for today.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, well, you win some, you lose some. I mean, right here it shows that their volume is $12,000 in the past 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some people are taking some profits. Who knows?
I still think that they're doing good. I mean, they're
I think
staying
they're doing amazing.
relatively flat. So, I mean,
Yeah, that's pretty stable, honestly, if you ask me. It's not a bad thing. Another project I guess we could talk about is Underdog Finance. I believe they're called Underdog Finance, but they're listed as Underdog here. In my wallet, it doesn't show any of their data, so none of their data is tracking here. But they're doing relatively well, and it's not like your typical token, right? Typical tokens, you spend a couple cents, maybe even a couple bucks, and get a couple billion tokens, right? This one, I spent the same amount that I spent on my Feg token. I got a nice amount of Feg token, but at the same time, when I spent that same amount, I didn't really get as much of the Underdog as I did with like a Feg or something else. So,
well, yeah, I
and that's
mean,
it's probably because they're circulating supply. I haven't really done my
well, they're sitting at a
exchange.
much higher, a much higher value. They're sitting at only 3 zeros behind the decimal point. Before they're only at 3 zeros 2 7 4 1. So I mean, they're doing even better than Safe Moon, I guess you'd say technically.
Yeah, no doubt, and that's one major reason why I wanted to bring them up, is because these guys came out of nowhere with a project called Underdog. I tried to get in early. I tried to see if they would let me be an influencer for them, because my name's the Underdoge, and so when I seen it, I was like, "Oh man, this is awesome! I gotta get in on this, right?" And I never bought in. I should have bought in when I first seen it, and I didn't, because I got sidetracked by a bunch of different other things that I had going on at the time. And then when I finally just got in the other day, probably about a week ago, but it's actually a relatively amazing project. I really do like it. I like what they got going on. 9%. reflections get kicked back to the holders. So, I mean, that's you got me. You sign me up. I just hope that it doesn't turn out to be something that we don't want it to be. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's going to. I think it's performing pretty well. When I'm looking at the 7-day chart here on CoinMarketCap, it looks pretty well. So it seems like they got a pretty promising future. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's just all a matter of seeing what projects actually stick to their goals, and then which ones kind of just end up falling away over time.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Is I see a bunch of projects coming and a bunch of projects going. More or less more going than sticking around. You know. There's another project too. Actually, now that we're on it, real fast. It's a real fast one. It's called Beefs, and that's from the homie Beef Supreme on Twitter. He's a homie of mine. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are, fellow friends of his. And he created a token called Beefs. I actually went and bought some the other day
Beefs,
because
like
Beefs, like Arby's, we got the Beefs.
yeah, okay, I'll
Uh,
have to look it up
yeah,
on
Beefs.
Bitcoin.
And it's actually, yeah, you can look it up on Coin. I think it's on Coin. It might be on Coin Market Cap.
It's
Not
not,
sure.
not yet. It's got a market cap of 17K.
Oh yeah, it's on Poo Coins. My bad. Sorry, it's on Poo Coins. And so when you go on PooCoin.app though and look it up, I mean, it's doing its thing. I'm not mad at him. I'm really happy for Beefs. I'm all about Beefs and the herpes. It's kind of a community thing right there. Like most of those people that are in the herpes and beefs community are some of the very first Dogecoin heads that I met on Twitter and that actually accepted me as family. So this is really most majorly why I support those projects is because it's from people that, accepted me as Dogecoin family off the rip.
Right.
And so, but these projects are cool, man. They're doing their Beef Supreme. They're doing their thing, man. They're holding up. They got some money invested into them. They're not on no bull crap. I mean, obviously, he doesn't have a lot of BNB invested into liquidity or whatever in that project. But I mean, a $17,000 market cap. Doing, that project doing okay.
Yeah, I would say so. Well, unless you have any final words, we're gonna go ahead and close out the show for the night.
No, I think I kind of dragged that out a little longer than you expected me to, but there's yeah, there's some projects there for you guys to do some research and due diligence on, and and if you feel the need to invest, go ahead. Nothing I say is investing advice or any kind of advice for your investment financial futures. Just my opinion, and yeah.
All right, well, you heard it here, everyone. So keep on investing, keep doing what you're doing, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right,
Crypto
have a good night,
Invest is
guys.
out.